Erics, they sort of grew up in the same neighborhood together here in Chattanooga. And I used to hear them talk about how brilliant he was as a musician, as a writer, and also as a minister. I believe he was a minister down at the Arkansas Baptist Church for a while. So it's only befitting that we know something about our own here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I hope no one leaves here without knowing that Cleavon Davis, one of the most famous of African American composers, was actually born and lived right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Culture, a sense of diversity, a sense of pride. We talked about jazz musicians, gospel singers, and writers from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so when jazz, gospel, any kind of music flourishes in a city, it makes folk who live here proud of the fact that there can be, for instance, jazz here. Because if you are in a community and there is no way to express yourself in terms of the cultures, then you can get into more negative kinds of activities. There's a lot worse things that young folk and old folk can get into than jazz.
Spontaneity, being yourself, free. I think it can give a city character. You know, I think Chattanooga I would love to see jazz grow more in Chattanooga. Music educators talk a lot about how to answer that question because funding is being cut dramatically from school programs for music, and we also have new assessment systems in place now where the government is trying to assess the viability of music programs, and it's really hard to do because it's not the black and white test like the sciences can maybe more easily meld into. I think for music students, the experience and the growth is just harder to measure. Music ties us into our emotions. It's really what makes, to me, life worth living is the connections we have with people. That's what, when you're on your deathbed, sort of what you're going to be thinking about and what will make your life feel full.
Right now it's 5. It used to be 7. But I've played with the Baroque Orchestra. I played with them for a while. Mm-hmm. I played with Charlotte Community Orchestra for 26 years. Mm-hmm. And I got the music and we used to play there. I play with the Spectrum Big Band whenever we play. Mm-hmm. Chattanooga Gospel Orchestra. Booker T's group. I play with the Chattanooga Community Orchestra, and I play with the American Legion Big Band. See.
If you don't mind me asking you, Mr. Price, how old are you?
76.
And right now playing in 5 bands.
The same as it was back when I was in the youth. It's always been that way. I don't know what direction I would have taken without the bass. But the bass has always been a part of me since high school. It's been a blessing because coming from where I came on the west side, see, and then coming from being black in segregation, see, and being able to come out of that and continue playing music all this time and still playing music.
My name is Denise Kendrick, and I'm the mother of Connor Kendrick, and he plays the electric guitar. There has not been a big stage for music for youth here in Chattanooga. We've got Memphis and Nashville to the north of us, and Chattanooga has a lot to offer, but a really safe environment for youth to be involved in music there's just very few opportunities, and so anytime we hear of something, we investigate that and check it out and hope that it's something that Connor can be involved in. I would like to see this talent stay here rather than go out into other big cities, because we're an ever-changing city, and there is a lot of opportunity for a music base here. And I would really like for it to be nurtured here and for it to stay here rather than them to go off to Nashville or New York or whatever. And those may be their aspirations, but it's just so sad that we have so much talent here and to not nurture it and keep it here. We live outside of Chattanooga, just over the state line in Georgia, but whenever we go out and people ask where we're from, we'll say Chattanooga because they know where that's from. But as a young kid, I always remembered traveling into town. It was a big experience to come to town to shop or whatever. I just think it's wonderful that all of these young people are coming together and sharing their own experiences and their talent and learning from each other. And it's not cliquish. It's not this group against this group against this group. They're all here because they love music and they want to just do that together, to make music together.
Yeah, so let's add Chameleon.
Spend so many dollars in regard to research, in regard to trying to make sure that we have a better urban and suburban exchange, when simply we need to go back to the basics. How are we all connected? We are all connected through the arts. And I think that my contribution of trying to make a difference in my community is through these programs. That's what Jazzanooga needs to be. Awfully different without you, baby. Don't get around with it.